Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our SwiftUI tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be taking a look at how we can select a color from a system panel of a system color picker panel using SwiftUI. Now the way we do this is with a color picker view. This view was introduced in iOS 14, so if you need to support all the way back to iOS 13 for whatever reason, you won't have access to Color Picker. If you are using iOS 14 and later, which you should be, then Color Picker is available to you. Now, this view is going to require that we have a state variable. So if we go into Xcode, this state variable can be one of two things. It can be of type color, so it can be a SwiftUI color, or it can be of type CG color. The color picker takes both as bindings. It doesn't matter which one to the color picker as long as it's able to bind the color to it. So I'm going to use a normal SwiftUI color here just for simplicity's sake. We'll say at state private var selected color. We'll make it of type color equals dot teal or something, let's say. So right now the Apple logo will be teal. Granted, we haven't set its foreground style yet, so we'll do that here real quick. After its frame, I'm going to say dot foreground style selected color. And there we go. If we run our code right now, you can see we have a big Apple logo, and it should, if all went well, it should be teal. If it doesn't, we can always change it to a different color just to confirm a little bit better. So dot, let's say yellow, maybe. And it is in fact working because now we can see that it's yellow. So let's change it back to dot teal for now. So now that we have the color assigned to our image, our SF symbol, how do we create a color picker to then select a different color to change the color of the Apple logo? Well, inside of our VStack above our SF symbol here, we will say color picker, so capital C, capital P. The first thing that we'll need is a selection binding, so it'll be a binding to a color or CG color. So we'll say $ selected color. Second, we'll need to specify whether or not we want to support choosing an opacity for whatever color we're using. I'm going to say false, so we can't do anything other than a fully opaque color. And then we'll need a label. And this will come in the form of a closure, an escaping closure, where we can put a view inside of here. I'm going to say text, and we'll make the text Apple logo color. There we go. Now we can go ahead and run our code. All right. So here we are in the app again. You can see our color picker looks like an NS color well on macOS, which is exactly the point. Let's go ahead and click on the color picker. Now we have our color picker panel open in macOS. Let's go into color palettes here. All right. Now, inside of this table here, we can select some colors, and as we select it, you can see the color of the Apple logo change. So now it's black, it's blue, brown, cyan, green, magenta, orange, purple, red, yellow, white. And this is also true if we go into like the pencils view in our color panel inside of the radio group. We can select any number of colors. So here's ocean, plum, eggplant, lemon, lime, spring, seafoam, turquoise, ice. So that's how we can that's how we can change the color of stuff using ColorPicker in a macOS app. However, let's take a look at what this looks like in iOS. And for this, I'm going to use my phone. So I'm going to go into the toolbar here. And we're going to go into my run destinations. We'll say my iPhone here. All right. I'm going to unlock my phone here. Come on. Okay. So now the app is trying to load. It's taking a little while. My apologies. All right. I'm going to go into screen mirroring mode. I want the Mac Mini. All right, so here is the app that we have here. You can see the Apple logo right smack dab in the center of the screen.
Apple logo color, cyan. Apple logo image. Apple logo color, cyan.
I can tap on the color picker.
Apple logo color, cyan. Apple logo color, cyan. Apple logo image. Dark yellow green 31.
Okay.
Tutorial app SwiftUI.
It took a little bit, but we now have our color picker sheet up here.
Apple logo color. Close button. Selected. Grid button. Spectrum button. 2 of 3.
So we'll
Selected. Spectrum. 2 of
we'll
3. Blue green
use
44. Green 70. Blue green 46. Vibrant blue green 70. Vibrant green 70. Dismiss pop-up. Dismiss pop. Apple logo color. Close button. Grid
let's
button.
say we'll use grid
Selected.
here.
Grid. 1 of
So we
3.
got all kinds of colors.
Dark purple 41. Red 77.
Let's say red 77.
Red 77. Dismiss pop-up. Sliders. Dismiss pop-up.
We'll dismiss the
Activate dismiss
pop-up.
Apple logo. Apple logo. Image. Apple logo color. Red.
And you can see the color did change. Let's try that again.
Brown 40. Light yellow 93. Yellow. Dark gray 28. Yellow 36.
Let's say
Selected.
yellow 36
Dismiss
here.
pop-up. Activate to
And there's the color again. Now, if you chose, say, Spectrum in the color picker sheet there, you could drag your finger along and it will change the color as you drag your finger, which is really neat. But really, that is how the color picker works on iOS. If you're familiar with UIKit, it looks just like the UI color well because that's what it is behind the scenes. It's a UI color well, just like it's an NS color well on Mac. All right, so that pretty much does it for this video, guys, on how we can on how we can use a color picker in SwiftUI. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.